welcome to crazyforcars.com. I'm your host, Steve Gray, and this week we're coming to you from Fox Run Shopping Center down in Bear, Delaware. This is a huge cruise night. For this area, there's hundreds and hundreds of cars here. We're going to see if we can talk to a bunch of these people. Last week, if you were with us last week, we're at the Pike Creek Shopping Center. This week, it's the third Saturday of the month, and this is at Fox Run. Next week will be the fourth Saturday, and we'll be in Stanton, Delaware at the McDonald's. We're going to take a look at some cars around the parking lot at the cruise night tonight, and we're going to go pay some bills. We'll be back after this. Hi, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is crazyforcars.com. I'm your host, Steve Gray, and I'm here with one of the first owners we're going to talk to at the cruise night tonight. This is a fantastic looking car you got here. Tell us your name, tell us a little bit about it.
I'm Wiggy Pullen. I'm from Boothwyn, Pennsylvania. The car was built about 13 years ago by a fellow from Bear, Delaware, Bob Guslow. He is known as Gus. He built the car, picked the colors of the paint, did the whole job.
What size motor is in it?
It's a 350 small block Chevy engine.
Drivetrain's an automatic?
It's a overdrive automatic, yeah.
So with the overdrive, you're able to like cruise the highway and not have to ride over with the dump trucks and the school buses.
It runs about 70 miles an hour at about 1,800 RPMs.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That's really nice to cruise in. Tell us a little bit more. I mean, is it an all steel car? Is it a fiberglass car?
It's a fiberglass car. It's got a small wind blower on it. Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning. It's a 13 disc CD changer. It's a 350 Ford rear, positive traction. The front end's a Mustang. That's about all I can tell you.
I don't know if the camera's really picking it up. I don't know. I'm going to ask you in a minute if you drove this here, if you trailer it around. The paint's fantastic. Do you actually drive this very often?
I drive it all the time. I've had it about 9 years, and I've put probably 32,000 miles on it. I've been through Canada, out to Michigan, been to Myrtle Beach, been to Louisville 3 or 4 times, been to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and in 2000 I won the PPG award at the Nationals in Louisville, Kentucky. Out of about 14,000 cars, a PPG paint company recognized my car as one of the 5 prettiest colors and the paint combination there.
That comes as no surprise. This car is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for talking to us today. It's a great car. Thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Hi. That was one nice street ride we were looking at. We're going to look at something else totally different than a street ride right now. Tell us your name and where you're from.
Rob Day from Newark.
From Newark. Oh, so you're local. Just a minute ago, I was asking if this car was all original. I'm more of a Mopar guy than a Ford guy or Mercury guy, and I asked him if this was all original, and he embarrassed me and told me no, they never made these in convertibles. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, it sounded like I thought it was a fun project, and I had to do a lot of research to figure out what fits with what, and I used a Torino GT whole convertible roof assembly, and the top part of the sheet metal in the back is Torino to fit in with the Cyclone fenders, and It was 2.5 years of spare time that was completed 95.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. So this wasn't even a convertible that you put the trim on. This is you've done metal work and everything to make it look like this.
Well, I had a rod shop do it. I'm not a welder, but that was my concept. And since then, I've driven it to Dearborn in Connecticut and Tennessee to car shows, and every once in a while I go somewhere local.
What year is this?
It's a 1971.
Now, 71. The young people that are looking at the car on TV right now are seeing that interior. That was very in vogue back in the early 70s.
Well, weird patterns, were kind of cool in 70. This is kind of unusual. Most people didn't spring for the extra $32 for a cloth interior, But I thought it sort of went with the whole stripe thing. And, maybe one of these days I'll change something on it. But right now I'm having a lot of fun with it.
It looks fantastic the way it is. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the paint on this is fantastic. And I'm looking under the hood. I also see this is an air-conditioned car.
Well, you got to have air conditioning if you're driving 1,000 miles to go to a car show.
1,000 miles to drive to a car show. That's fantastic. So many of these cars just sit in the garage and they go to local cruise nights. They don't get driven. 1,000 miles to a car show, that's pretty good. Now, living in Newark, I know you didn't come 1,000 miles to come here.
No, 5, yeah, for this.
Hey, very nice car. Thank you very much for bringing it out.
All right.
Hi, welcome to crazyforcars.com. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Steve Gray. We've been looking at some non-stock cars. We look at a lot of modified cars. We looked at a street rod. We looked at some different stuff. We're going to look at something that's completely stock as far as I can tell. Why don't you tell us your name? Tell us a little bit about the car.
My name is Ivan Price from Newcastle, Delaware. I have a 2007 Chevrolet Corvette, triple black convertible. It's got the Z51 Performance Sport Package, chrome rims, heads-up display, 6-disc in-dash stereo, CD player, power soft top.
A lot of people, you mentioned something there in the description that not everybody's going to know what that is. You mentioned heads-up display. Now, I know what heads-up display is, and that's something that's actually really neat. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what that is?
A heads-up display. It displays your miles per hour on top of the windshield as you're driving down the road, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. Just keep going down the road, just look at your miles, and hopefully you're under the speed limit.
Yeah, now it's kind of like a hologram that's printed like right on the glass, but it looks like it's floating in midair.
Yes, it does. It does look like it's floating in midair. You don't have to take your eyes off the road, just cruising down the road. Like I said, hoping you're keeping your eye on the speed limit. That's hard to do sometimes.
Now, is this your first Corvette?
No, it's my 7th one.
Seven Corvettes.
Yes, I'm definitely addicted. That's why I don't have any money in the bank. I'm gonna spend my money on all these cars.
Now we're looking at this. I'm looking at the wheels. Now everybody like this, they see the different years, the different models. That is a stock wheel, correct?
Yes, it is. Stock from the factory. Chrome rims. Yes, from the factory.
What year is this?
2007.
Now this is a 2007. There's several different periods of Corvettes. There's like the first generation, the second generation on through. This is actually considered a C6.
Yes, it is. C6 triple black convertible. LS2 engine, 400 horsepower. Top engine speed, 186 miles an hour.
Well, you know all the specs. Now, there's also very similar to this is the Z06, but they only make that in a coupe version.
Yes, fixed hardtop coupe, 6-speed only, 505 horsepower at least. Top engine speed, 198. Tested on a German Autobahn. It's fixed top, 6-speed coupe only for torque purposes.
That's fantastic. He's owned a lot of Corvettes, and you can tell he knows all about them. Well, thank you very much for bringing it out for us today and having us take a look at it.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks a lot.